Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of World of Horror. I took a little bit of a break from recording the last three episodes. Like, the last three episodes were basically recorded B2B, Emmerdale notwithstanding. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play... not Chie. We are gonna play Chie in one of these episodes, but we're gonna play... yeah, that. Whatever he said, I've already gotten the translation to it multiple times, but I forgot. Because it's not something that I commit to memory. There's a lot about this game that I commit to memory, but some of the things that aren't really relevant to gameplay I don't commit to memory. Specifically pronunciations and, you know, what they're actually saying. So, we're gonna play Yashiro. We haven't done a Yashiro run in a hot minute. At least I can't remember the last, I can't remember the last time we played Yashiro, it's true. And honestly, I feel like together we ride Yashiro, Knight Errant, all perks. Because we've been doing all perks a lot recently. And it's been really funny. Because we've been getting, like, hilariously good RNG. Like, I swear to God, all perks is not normally that good. Now, who do we want? Like, Itutu would just be suffering, so let's do it. So, immediately, right off the bat, we need to get great combat immediately, okay? Because, like, we've only got 10 faiths starting. Oh my god. Okay, so, honestly, I might want to get stealth. I might want to get invisibility if it's possible. Both of those things could come in handy. Small candle, stealth, probably what we want to go for. Actually, now that I think about it, that sounds really good. So we've got charisma. Yikes. Takashi, pretty bad too. And then we've got strength. Maybe that can happen, and we can make knowledge work. We've also got light source as well, so we're kind of encouraged to, if we get Heart of Darkness, to swap over to the heavy bonk, but not entirely sure. Just mostly remember that it's everything but dexterity, and we need your second enemy fought. So obviously we want to do something like this for sure, but at the same time, like, I'm thinking about, like, we obviously want the bricks for sure, but I'm feeling like, maybe we don't want the bricks. Maybe we want a cult store. No. Do we really want no bricks just so that we can have a compass? Yeah, I think we want bricks. I think bricks are... It's such a weird thing to quantify, because I'm saying, is a brick better than a compass? And the answer is that you can't compare them, but, like, how much of an impact do they actually have on your run? You know what I mean? Okay, we can do this a few times. We can do this a few times, no problem. I mean, we'll throw them in the trash the moment they give us I was gonna say absorb, but the moment they give us abolish, they get thrown in the trash. Hey, Sila Savesh is useful! Why would you throw that in the trash, you nerd? Speaking of it being useful, don't mind if I do. Highly insane, unhinged gaming that we're doing right here. Now we're gonna want to get Small Candle immediately, the best outfit in the game, by the way, which is a reference to Faith, which we played a while back. Faith was fun. Are we gonna do Chapter 2? Maybe, sometime. Okay, 9 reason, 0 EXP, 15 stamina. What a strange start. Speaking of strange starts, look at this. So thank God we can skip Wordless Ward. We're gonna skip Wordless Ward immediately. I think that's completely fair. We're gonna get cursed, hope it's not insomnia. Survivor's Guilt is pretty bad. Go ahead and bring me here. We want the small candle. The small candle, I'm just now realizing, is probably 4 funds. That would be pretty bad. Would we sell the inspiring novel for it? Oh boy. This is throwing territory, by the way. Throwing territory. Oh my god! Oh my god! This is cursed in more ways than one. There it is. Like, can you even win this run at this point? No, you can't. This isn't winnable. This is really bad. Oh my god. So, like, Monument Time. We shouldn't do that, by the way, until we get a fund from a source. And actually, speaking of getting money from a source, let's do that right now. And then we're gonna go to the monument several times. Is this winnable? I don't know. I don't think it's winnable. Like, we had to refresh for 40% Doom. Just so that we could get, like, an item that we're going to, like, increase Doom with, right? Like, it's gonna slow our Doom increase when we run away, but, like, holy crap. That's so bad. Like, what a terrible start to, what an absolutely dog water start to a run. 40% Doom for a weapon. Like, that's just so bad. Like, I almost feel like I might have missed it at some point, because that was terrible. We should have done the other option, by the way, because that was stamina if we fail. But oh my god. Like, I don't know what to say, okay? Like, I don't. I just straight up do not know what to say. We need to get ending A here when we can, because this is Knight Errant, man. Like, what do you want me to do? Thank God we're on timeline A, right? That we can do abnormal arms whenever we want. But both of these are 14% Doom right here. Because I don't have an ally to sacrifice, and I'm not gonna spend 1,000,000 Doom farming for a can of acid. But these two both we can get ending A on pretty easily. We'll go ahead and do this one first because it's longer. And also you have to go to the forest twice, so we don't have roads closed yet. Honestly, stay strong. I will say that I think Yashiro got buffed with this, because that event is good. Like, that event is only a positive. So, 3% Doom, 10 EXP, huh? Like, I can't go get a brick, right? Like, why would I spend 3% Doom getting a brick or two when I could spend 3% Doom to run away? I should have taken the stamina from running away, actually. I should have, when I said run away, I should have clicked the run away button. Speaking of running away, I'll be immediately leaving this current scenario. If we could get stealth, I think that's one of the few things that we got going on for us. If we manage to, you know, decline that, please. Oh, I was about to say, oh, we're gonna level up. No, we're not. Ha ha ha. We're Yashiro. Okay, technically speaking, we could maybe kill this guy. Probably not, though. I mean, I don't really want to, like, bother with it, honestly. Like, it is what it is, man. So, second enemy is that guy. Just gotta take the L here. We can't... I mean, yeah, we could sacrifice an ally to an old god as a treat. Sorry, just looking. But it's not worth it. This is, listen, I don't know what to do with this run anymore. Second enemy? Who was it? Hold on. We could probably see because we just fled from everybody. Yeah, so the first enemy was Apartment Stalker, and then it was Obsessed Man. Okay. This is doable, actually, though. This is for real. No meme. We can fight this. Yeah, we can fight this for sure. That's fine. Like, that's completely fine. We get some nice EXP there. We get an item that we can throw. Do a little note remembrance. We got some nice healing because we're Yashiro. Right, we're playing on all perks, so we don't have stealth. Oh boy. You're gonna think I'm absolutely insane. We're gonna take self-therapy. Actually, should we take... The Ghost Connection blue option is bad. We're taking self-therapy, and we're gonna take... It was everything but dexterity, right? Yeah. Go ahead and take that. Or at least it was like knowledge and strength, I'm pretty sure. We'll go ahead and take EXP here. Horrible history of household hell. If we get roads closed, we're just dead. We'll go ahead and... I mean, both of these are 14% Doom, man. Or they're, well, 14% Doom combined, right? So, probably just run through... Because I would have to sell 2 things. No, I'd have to sell the shovel, and then I'd get cursed. And then I'd just have to get lucky in the, whatchamacallit. But if we refresh, like, here's the thing. We go there, 4% Doom. We refresh it once, 7% Doom. If we don't get the can of acid in those 2 shops, then we've taken 14% Doom for nothing. So it's just not worth it. It's just literally not worth it. Getting an ally to sacrifice, that's -2 reason, that would be completely worth it, but we need a light source for that first. We're gonna take the L here, we're gonna take the L here. Mansion's doomed, I'm not bothering. No, absolutely not, I'm not bothering. If the mansion's doomed, I'm not doing it. You gotta shoot your shot. If you have an opportunity to... If you have an opportunity to lower Doom, you've gotta take it. We can take a ride here, that's completely fine. So this is it, this is going in. We probably can if we want to. Is this the inspiring novel floor where we just beat everything to death? Because it could potentially go on for a while, right? What am I worried about in the forest? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it for this floor specifically. I should have checked to see if what the threat level of the forest was. I honestly kind of want to take the steak, I'll be honest with you. But we'll take the wine, just because the wine is objectively better. Like, it's a little bit of a bummer, but the wine is just too good not to take. And there's way more reason cadavers than there are stamina ones. Although we are on a Thutu, but we've already gotten the sun, so hopefully we don't get it again. And by the way, the small candle is magic, so if we do bonus damage to something, that's that's a very niche scenario. Always help the dog. We don't hesitate on that. We would love to just get through this as quickly as possible, because I mean it's gonna hurt even more. Like, we're gonna go up to like 87% Doom. If we aren't lucky here, 85% Doom. Like, that's probably one of the better outcomes, which is the really disgusting part, is that's one of the better outcomes that we could have gotten. So, like, damn. That's pretty bad. So we'll do... I mean, at least we're getting this one done, but that doesn't really matter, right? Like, we need to get an ally of some sort, but we don't have the schoolyard, so we can't threaten anybody. FBI agent. In the context of the game, that makes complete sense. Moving on. So, we're good here, and we're probably not going to take a lot of Doom here. Like, I think we just gotta go to the monument. I think that's literally it. Like, we just gotta go to the monument and hope. 2 funds, sell the shovel. And then I want to get... Because we don't have an ally. Like, we almost... Like, I can't take 10% Doom for 2 allies, because that kind of defeats the whole freaking point, right? But, you know... If we could just, like, YOLO into a random ally, that would be absolutely fantastic. Because we've got this situation here. Like, we don't have any money. Like, let's get some, 1 more. We'll get cursed again. Branded is absolutely terrible. But you can have whatever you want. So as long as you don't want stamina again, I can go here. You piece. You absolute piece. Because it's gonna do 5, right? There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. Like, we've lost the game because of that. Like, I want to make that clear. We would have to get so incredibly lucky. Like, we would have to get so absurdly lucky. Like, how lucky are we talking? This is a -... We have to get -6% Doom. B to B, which is not possible, because Doomed plus Branded, even then, like, Doomed plus Branded is making that so bad. So go ahead and throw the broken bottle. And then you just want to try to do something like that. That's not I mean, it's terrible, but it's not that bad. Like, we're not worried about reason, right? Like, that's not the problem that we're having. Like, oh no, our faith is 19 now. Whatever will we do? Like, it's just, it's bad. It's a little unlucky. Like, I mean, here's the thing, man. If we got the small candle earlier at any time, we win these easily. We win this easily. Like, we got so colossally unlucky with the small candle. Like, we need to burn a book here. We need to burn, like, 2 books in a row, man. We could also give up as a treat. Don't touch anything. Because I feel like this is gonna pick the option. There we go. Barely did it. But yeah, like, I'm trying to think, like, I mean, this is just unlucky, like, but we lost because of the small candle, for sure. And we actually got, like, a lot of Doom from this. We got minus 11% Doom, and it's still not gonna be enough, which is really sad. Like, we got 40% Doom. We got 40% Doom trying to get our weapon. That is so colossally unlucky. And again, like, at that point in time, you just gotta hit, like, you just gotta hit Q, right? There's not a run here for you, but it does kind of show us from a proof of concept. And it's not even a proof of concept, we've done it before. We've done it before multiple times, right? The small candle's a good weapon, and it can carry you through the game. And Knight Errant isn't even what got us killed here. It's because we spent 41% Doom getting our weapon, right? Like, that's literally, like, there was no future for us at that point. Like, I was just so, like, gobsmacked that I kept clicking the reroll button. Like, you gotta break off at some point and just say, like, alright, Brick Gaming. Like, if we had minus 20% Doom there, we would've won easily. Even if we had, like, minus 15% Doom there, we would've won easily. So it's not, like, a big... So, the big deal and the problem is the fact that we spent 41% Doom trying to get the small candle. And I think that's one of the things that kind of sucks, is that when we want to try builds that isn't just overpowered weapon steamroll through the game, when we want to try those builds, the game naturally punishes you to an extent. So I would prefer if there was some sort of, like, easier way to get an item, like almost like a pity system, but that, like, it's a very niche scenario that doesn't affect really anybody. But I think it kind of sucks that, like, okay, let me put it like this. It's just a quality of life thing, right? Where, and this is the run, right? I'm gonna end the episode here after the rant, but it's a quality of life thing, right? Like, do you, like, mysteries is a great example, right? Like, you want a specific mystery. So what do you do? Like, so before, what you had to do is you had to load up your run, check your mysteries, and then hit Q if you didn't get the mystery you want. Now you can reroll your mysteries. I think that from a convenience standpoint, it kinda sucks to not be able to, like, it's basically everybody draws the line in different areas, and it just depends on what you're personally comfortable with. But, like, is it... like, how fundamentally does the game change if you... like, let me put it like this. How fundamentally does the game change if you... like, right now, if I wanted to do a small candle build, what would I do if I was hitting Q in these videos, right? What I would do is I would go in, go to the occult store. If the small candle isn't there in the first 2 or 3 refreshes, I would hit Q, and then I would restart the game. How much does the game fundamentally change if you just make it to where you can spend, like, 8% Doom to get, like, a specific item from the store, right? Like, and again, it's, like, personal comfort on how far you're willing to go for convenience sake over aesthetic. Because, like, obviously you're going to the store, the mechanic is you have to refresh the store to get what you want, because the items are semi-randomized. But, like, it's just a... and I'm not necessarily advocating for a change or anything, right? Like, what I'm saying is that for videos like this, where I have the arbitrary restriction where I play each run out to its logical conclusion, or I suppose its conclusion, because let's be honest, this game isn't logical. But, you know, it's a freaking Eldritch horror game. There's not much logic to be found here. It's all scary monsters and stuff. But, like, how much does it change the game if you would just be able to reroll mysteries, for example? You know, that's something that did happen. And I think 99% of people are okay with that change because it just makes sense, right? Like, getting the mystery that you want, whether you're trying to farm for endings or you're trying to do a new mystery, because some of the mysteries can be kind of rare, or at least we see some of the mysteries more than we see others, just for some reason, because every copy of World of Horror is personalized, as we all know, obviously. Copium. But, I don't even know why I said copium there. But, like, if you think about it, right, like, there are quality of life things that you can do to make the game better, but also, I suppose a consideration is that, like, you don't want to introduce new features that might break other features. But, I don't know, like, ever since, and this is a weird rant about Final Fantasy that we're going into, but, like, have you ever been playing a game, and it's just got some, like, annoying BS that you have to do, right? And you have to do it, right? You just have to do this annoying thing that wastes your time, and it prevents you from playing the game that you want to play, right? It prevents you from doing what you want to do. It prevents you from doing, like, Splitgate's a great example of this, right? Like, I love Splitgate. It's a fun game. But in order to get, like, they do, like, seasonal, well, not seasonal events, because that has a whole different meaning. But I mean, like, they do, like, holiday events, right? Like, their winter event from a while back. And in order to do their winter event, you had to complete the winter challenges. Now, are the winter challenges a well-thought-out and clever sort of, like, achievements that you have to complete to unlock a cool Christmas-themed skin? No. They're boring, generic, daily challenges that are reskinned, and they're really, really annoying because they have you playing game modes that you don't want to play, because the game modes that are garbage that nobody wants to play are low population, and the devs don't like that, so they make it to where you have to play these game modes to unlock the Christmas skins. Because they want their bad game modes to be played by people instead of just the good game modes that people actually want to play. And that's annoying, that's stupid, and after I got the Christmas skin, which it didn't take long, it wasn't hard, and it's the only skin that I have that I like, so I wear it to this day, but it was just annoying, right? Like, I want to play Team Deathmatch, but no, I've got to play some random BS game mode that would be fun to play, like, you know, maybe on the weekends with the boys as sort of like a custom game shenanigans thing, but I don't want to play it in, like, a sweaty multiplayer thing where you're getting ranked, and, well, not necessarily ranked, but you're getting, like, EXP to level up. I don't want to do that, man. That's boring. And it's also, like, it prevents you from playing the game that you want to play. And so when I started playing Final Fantasy XIV, and it's like, the game, the only thing that's mandatory is the MSQ, right? Like, the only thing that you have to do is the MSQ, and people will hate you if you don't do your job quests, but those are technically optional too. They shouldn't be optional, because I'll hate you if you don't do your job quest. But, like, I kid, but, like, it is really weird to see, like, if you don't have a job after 30, something's gone wrong. But, you know, like, the fact that in Final Fantasy XIV, the only thing you have to do is the MSQ, and then after that, it's like, what do you want to do, right? Like, do you want to do Chocobo Racing, which is like a Mario Kart thing? Do you want to do Verminion, which is like a tower defense, not a tower defense, it's like a real-time strategy, like tower defense sort of thing? Do you want to do, like, you know, do you want to do Chocobo raising and breeding? Do you want to do mount farming? Do you want to do glamour farming? Do you want to do raids? Do you want to do all this sort of crazy stuff? There's so much stuff to do. Do you want to do housing, which is unfortunately what I've been doing, and housing is not fun. Clicking the damn placard. But, you know, like, nothing in the game is mandatory. It's all encouraged, but you don't have to do any of it. You can do exactly what you want after you've done the prerequisite MSQ for it. And so, like, what happens to some people, like, there's two kinds of people, right? There's the people who go through the MSQ as quickly as possible so that they can catch up and do current content with their friends. And then there's the people who do the MSQ, like, for ARR, and they're like, oh, well, I've got all these extreme trials that I can do, either synced or unsynced. I've got the Gold Saucer, which is a whole rabbit hole of, like, mini games that you can play, like Chocobo Racing, Parkour, Verminion, the like, on-the-rail shooter section, Triple Triad, you know, all this crazy stuff that you can do. Doman Mahjong as well. I don't know how to unlock Doman Mahjong, but I know it's a thing. You know, there's just so many things in, like, stuff that you have access to when you get to A Realm Reborn, at the end of A Realm Reborn anyways, alone, right? And so, once you do all that, it's like you got all this crazy stuff you can do, and then Heaven's Word has, like, the custom deliveries, the Alexander, the Void Arc. You know, I'm just naming stuff off the top of my head, but there's so much stuff that you can devote lots of time to. The Firmament and the Diadem. Those are, like, different game modes that power level your crafters and your gatherers, that allow you to build Sky Builders points so that you can get rare and exclusive unlocks that a lot of people don't have. You know, that, like, there is a Heaven's Word system that is a independent, well, like, it's an independent scoring system, and it progresses your Disciples of Hand and Land very quickly. And it's a self-contained system, for the most part. Like, you do need, like, some crafting materials from outside of the Diadem, but a lot of them can be gathered inside the Diadem. Like, I'd say 90% of them can. And so it's just this really fun, like, crafting and gathering side game that you can do outside of the normal crafting and gathering. And then you get custom deliveries, and then there's Stormblood that has Eureka, which I did Eureka. Eureka is really fun. And I actually really like Eureka. Like, I do Bunny Fates when I want to play a video game, but I don't want to play a video game, right? Like, I'll just sit back, relax, chill, do Bunny Fates. One day I'll get Eldthur's Copium, you know, and that's just one thing in Stormblood, right? You've got the Four Lords or whatever, the Return to Ivalice, they also unlock Bozja, but that's Return to Ivalice leads to Bozja, which is a Shadowbringers thing, but that's besides the point. Like, there's just so much, like, when you beat the MSQ of an expansion, there's just so much stuff that unlocks that you can just get lost in it. Like, there's just so much stuff to do. And, like, even side questing is fun. Like, a lot of the side quests are, like, you know, they're okay. But the side quests that I've done, I genuinely enjoyed. And I'm not talking about the blue side quests that unlock stuff. I'm talking about side quests. Like, just gold. Do not unlock anything. They give you, like, gil. Like, 1,000 gil per quest complete or something like that. And then, you know, Shadowbringers has Bozja, the weapons, what's it called? The Eden Raids, and every expansion has the relics as well, which are, like, big grinds that can take you, like, months to do. That's just, like, some fun thing to work towards. There's the Beast Tribes, too. Like, I could rant about this, and have been ranting about this for, like, 10 minutes, but it's just true, right? Like, and I'm, like, you know, sorry for padding we could have done another run in this time, I apologize for that, but, you know, there's just so many cool things that you can do, and they're all optional, right? Like, if you had to do Eureka for the MSQ, that would be terrible, right? Like, 90% of people would stop playing, because Eureka is, like, the hardcore mode where if you die, you lose EXP, and it's got its own independent progression system. If you had to do your relic weapon to progress through the MSQ, that would be terrible. Because, yeah, back then, like, the relic weapon is really strong, but it's a grind. Like, it takes months, right? Like, it's a shiny glamour weapon. If you have to do your shiny glamour weapon for the MSQ, that'd be terrible, right? Like, I would probably drop the game if I was forced to do my glamour relic weapon for each expansion. But here's the thing, I'm not forced to do it. I got Thyrus because I thought Thyrus looked cool, and then I think I want to get the Stormblood one, the Shadowbringers healer weapon, because I was looking at it like a few weeks ago, or like a month ago, I don't remember, it was a while ago, but I was looking at it, I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool, I might want to get that, you know? And it's a big grind, and it's a pain in the ass, but, like, it's completely optional for an RGB glow stick that I can cast a flower with, right? Like, it doesn't matter, right? Like, it's only if I want it. And so if I want it, I'll put in the effort for it. And that's amazing game design. And so And, you know, of course, you have to do that for an MMO, because an MMO that requires you to go above and beyond for, like, garbage you don't want to do, that just doesn't sound fun, right? Like, I wouldn't want to play a game like that. That's one of the reasons why I don't play Lost Ark. It's one of the reasons why I don't play WoW. Like, a lot of the systems in WoW just look unfun, right? Like, I don't want to grind, like, achievements so that I can unlock the race that I want to play, and then the race that I want to play might have bad, you know, racial abilities for the class that I want to play, so, you know, that's just annoying. But that's a different thing altogether. Like, just the time gating, right? Like, it takes, like, 21 days to unlock flying, is what I've heard in the new expansion zone. Because you have to do, like, your daily grind for the thingamabobs to unlock them, so you can do the thing. You know, like, it's like a timed system where you get, like, 1 point in each tier, and then you can move down to the next tier or whatever. Like, and here's the thing, that I might be getting it horribly wrong, but the fact that I looked into the system, I either don't understand the system, or the system is just not fun. And if you don't understand the system, how are you supposed to get a new player into that system, right? Like, if it isn't easy to just say, oh, well, you do the MSQ, and you unlock all the stuff, like, how is a casual new player supposed to get into it, right? But, of course, World of Horror is a completely different game. It's a single-player roguelite that has, you know, in a sense, it's meant to be exclusionary, because it's supposed to replicate sort of like old school games where you had to kind of do that hardcore stuff, right? Like, it's like, oh, you know, I didn't get the RNG that I wanted, so I guess I better throw the run and then put another quarter in, you know? And since there's no putting quarters in, that's completely fine. But it is, to an extent, you still do have that conversation occasionally where it's like, how... And of course, like, some people might not see, convenience as casual as well, right? Like, there are some convenience things just make sense. Like, obviously being able to re-roll mysteries before you start the game is a good idea, right? Like, is some sweat lord going to use that so that they can always get, like, a good set of mysteries, and it's a lot easier than hitting Q and then restarting the run? Yeah, but it doesn't matter, right? Like, if somebody was going to do that, they could already do that anyways, by restarting their run over and over and over again to get the mysteries that they wanted. It's just that it was an artificial sort of thing where it's like, oh god, I have to hit Q and I have to reset the run. Now you just click a button. It's so easy, right? And so I like that a lot. And so part of me is like, you know, maybe like the first time you go into a shop, you could spend like 6-8% Doom to get to buy, right? Like, you still have to buy the item with funds, but like you could spend 6 to 8% Doom to just buy any item that you wanted from the shop, right? And so you didn't have to like refresh it a million times, and then if you got over your personal threshold for Doom for your first shop, you know, if you got to, like, say, 20, 30%, 40% Doom from just rerolling the shop, you just hit Q, you start over, like, I hope I'm making my point a little bit clear, which is the only reason I've been talking about it for this long, and the only reason why I haven't started up a new run, because we definitely could have done another run in that time, like, absolutely. But the point that I was trying to, like, when I'm doing a run, you know, most of the brain power, like, you have to dedicate brain power to the run, and then you have to dedicate brain power to whatever the hell is coming out of my mouth, right? So, you know, I have a lot easier of a time articulating what I'm saying when I'm not playing the game, right? So, it is what it is. It's the Let's Player brain, right? Like, you gotta dedicate, like, 60% to the game, 40% to the banter. Sometimes you do 90% banter, 10% gameplay. Sometimes you do 100% banter. It is what it is. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it if you've made it to the end of the video. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. Goodbye.